So just recently I got off the phone with a potential client who had been injured. Actually, a family member had been seriously injured in an accident involving a commercial truck, an 18-wheeler here in Mississippi. And the family member had asked the question of just what should I do? My family member is in serious condition after this wreck. They're getting medical treatment, but it's the trucking company's fault. We just don't know what to do in this situation. Was hoping you could answer our questions and help, which of course we were glad to do. And I told that family member, and I thought it was relevant for us to share here on this video today, what I would tell any person who contacts us in that situation. And that is, first of all, any wreck or injury that involves a tractor trailer, truck, or for that matter, any other large commercial vehicle, that is a special type of personal injury case. In other words, it's not a run-of-the-mill car wreck. Trucking cases are more complex because those vehicles are more heavily regulated, because they're bigger, they weigh more, they're more dangerous, and so we have different layers of regulation on them. The people who drive those vehicles have to have special license, and the way that you work up one of those cases, the way that you deal with the insurance company or oftentimes with the trucking company themselves, if they are self-insured, is just different than a regular car wreck or some other type of injury case. And so first and foremost is making sure the clients want you to understand that a trucking case is just different than other personal injury cases. They are different than a car wreck case. But the first thing obviously to do and to focus on is getting the person who is injured the medical treatment that they need for that injury. And in this particular instance, and as is so often the situation when people contact us, that person was in the hospital, they were getting the treatment that they needed, but focusing on that treatment first is important, but immediately, and sometimes even while they're getting the treatment, like before I would say just immediately, just as this person done, it is so important to contact an experienced trial attorney who has had success dealing in tractor trailer cases early on and immediately in these types of cases, because the trucking company and their insurance companies, they have their own teams that I assure you are immediately dispatched out to the scene. They are investigating. They are trying to figure out any way possible to show that that truck was not responsible for the wreck. And it's just critical in these types of cases that you have an attorney with experience in trucking cases so that they can put their team in action to investigate the claim, to secure evidence, to get experts involved, to document the scene in order to protect your rights. And that's just in the very beginning. There's also just a special way that these cases need to be worked up to make sure that the person who has been injured, that their rights are protected and that they get full value for the claim. So if you've been involved in one of those cases, get the medical help you need and then immediately contact a qualified attorney to help. The Brad Morris Law Firm is here available to do consultations on trucking and tractor trailer wrecks. Just contact us and we'll be glad. We're available to try to answer your questions. I hope this video has been helpful and I appreciate you watching.